Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I was going to do a video on a mini questionnaire and just answer some of the questions that you guys had asked me. So one of the questions was, can people with CF interact with each other? And we actually cannot, or we shouldn't, because we all grow different bugs and we can cross-infect each other, which would be really bad. So we are not encouraged to be around each other. In the past, I have talked to somebody with cystic fibrosis, and I still talk to her. Shout out to Emily Plummer. What's up, girl? That's been really cool to have, to be able to talk to others across the world with cystic fibrosis. And if you have cystic fibrosis, and you want to contact somebody with CF, then you can ask your social worker and she should be able to hook you up. He or she should be able to hook you up. Are there different types of CF? And the answer is yes. There are actually 2,000 different identified mutations. And there was a cure that came out, I believe, for a mutation, a specific mutation, which is awesome, but I think the statistic was about 0.4% of what that cured for the CF population, which was quite disappointing, to be honest, because they made it this huge deal, like, we have a cure for cystic fibrosis, and then bomb dropped and it was 0.4%. But anyways, moving on. Can you catch cystic fibrosis? And the answer to that is you cannot. It is not contagious, and you can't develop cystic fibrosis. How does cystic fibrosis affect the body? So to be more specific and in depth, any organ with lining that has a mucus, that mucus is very sticky and thick, so your airways, your pancreas, really everything, your sinuses, it's all affected. I want to shout out to my girl Renee. She had asked the question, what my friends can do to better make my life easier. And I think it's just to kind of put myself in check if I can do better at taking care of my body. If they see me not take my enzymes, which I hardly ever do. I'm pretty good, you guys, with, taking care of my health, but mainly just being loving and supportive. That's the way to go. Shout out to my cousin Chloe. She asked me a question wanting to talk about my support system. First of all, you guys, my family has been absolutely incredible as far as support. When I was little, my mom and my grandma would be in the hospital with me. They would be there for me. I mean, I could not ask for a better support system. My whole family, extended family, everybody has been absolutely incredible to me, and I love you guys so, so much. If you're watching, which I hope you are, but if you're watching, you guys, I love you, and I thank you so much for all the sacrifices that you made to be there for me, to visit me, to just support me, and I just, I'm eternally grateful. Charity, shout out, girl. What's up, girl? How you doing? Her and I used to talk about makeup all the time. We love makeup. She asked the question what my favorite quote was, and I think that really varies on what I'm going through in my life, but there's a quote that basically says, whatever you give power to all begins and ends in your mind. And I love that because sometimes we wake up and we're not in a good mood, right? Wake up and we're angry, we're upset. And honestly, when you notice that, I think it's important to go, hold up, wait a minute, and to just say, I need to change my attitude. Like, I need to change how I'm thinking right now. So that's probably my favorite quote right now. And then Renice, hey girl, how you doing? She wanted me to more talk about how it would influence my jobs or career. And you know, I really shouldn't work in like a hospital because that my immune system isn't as strong as everybody else's. So that would kind of be putting myself in a cootie jar, you know, like I would just have to be super sterile and I could easily catch things. And so I think just being aware of where I'm working as far as cleanliness, that's important. And I do get fatigued pretty easily. So I wouldn't do anything super strenuous on my body. I would probably keep it pretty low key. These are enzymes right there. Those are how many I take for meals and snacks. Those are 5. And I used to pop these babies open and put them into, I remember I put them in pudding, things like that, to help take with food when I was little. So I really give a shout out to my mom because she has grown me to be the woman that I am today, to take care of myself properly, make sure that I don't get admitted to the hospital. So I love you, Mom. Let's just start this off, shall we? Alrighty, so this one here, this is my multivitamin. I take 2 of these a day. This right here is a antibiotic, azithromycin, which helps me. I grow Pseudomonas in my lungs, and this is to help keep the bacteria count down. I take this, which is ferrous sulfate, which is also known as iron. It's just an iron supplement. I take ranitidine, which is an antacid to help with acid reflux. I take this twice a day. I have vitamin D. I take this twice a day. And I have this little guy right here, which is pantoprazole. And this is also an antacid to help with acid reflux. Then, this is what my nebulizers look like. This one's pretty banged up, but this is what I breathe through. And I put, this is Hypercell, which is basically salt water, because they did a study, I believe it was California, people with cystic fibrosis who lived there by salt water had better lung function tests. So I do this twice a day, and then I also do Pulmozyme, which helps thin the mucus in the lungs. And then I have my inhalers. This is my spacer. If you don't use a spacer with your inhalers, you should. Just helps you better take in the medication. And I have Zopanex. This is what I do before my breathing treatments. 2 puffs twice a day. And this is Qvar, which I take once a day. And this also helps with the inflammation in the lungs. Then my favorite part of my day involves nasal flushes. Yay, we love nasal flushes. So I put a salt packet in and just whoop right through. Whoop. And I actually do about 4 of those in the morning, 4 flushes. And then I have my nasal sprays. This one, I'm just going to call it Flonase, but this one I use twice, squirting in my nostrils. And then I have this one, which is Azolastine, and they are both for basically helping with the inflammation in my nose and with allergies. And honestly, guys, I think that's all my meds. And I was going to show a clip of me doing my best, so here that is. Hey you guys, so here I am doing my best. It's just a vest that I wear, and it's connected to that machine right there. And I do this for 30 minutes, twice a day, and I usually will do my breathing nebulizer at the same time so that I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed, girl, boy, you better click that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.